Alrighty, I should be live streaming now. So what I got in front of me is a customer's Dell laptop. Let me move my keyboard a little bit more. There we go. It looks like this on the keyboard. It says Inspiron 15 3000 series, Core i3. Most of these tear apart the exact same, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. So let's go ahead and tear this one down. So we're going to pop the battery out. We're doing a teardown to install this DC power jack. We're having a problem with this not powering, and I believe it's the power jack. Let's go ahead and grab a non-electric so you can hear me as I talk. So with the battery removed, let's grab a couple of screw bolts, and then I'm just going to start unscrewing. And then as I unscrew, we are going to be looking for different sized screws. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Do it with every laptop. See how those two are the same size? We're good. Another one the same size. That's all I do. I'll just go around the laptop, making sure all the screws are the same. That one's different there, so I need to remember that the center one here is a different size screw. And by help me remember, I'm just setting it in a slightly different pile. We also notice that this right there has no screw in it, so we are actually one screw short on this build. This is also a different screw for the CD drive, and it's different than this screw. So those two screws are different. CD drive out. Come on. Alright, we're not popping the CD drive out. Pop the case back on. Pull off this last screw here, I believe. Perfecto. There we go. Alright, well that was a little deviation. Alright, we got all the screws out on this side. Let me open it up real fast. Alright, so this is a removable keyboard. Look like this. And I can tell it's a removable keyboard because of how the keyboard is inset. So I'm going to grab a little pry tool. I'm just going to pop these here. In there. Like so. And we're going to start back over here. My fingers under it. Pop that one there. There we go. Keyboard pops out. And it pulls up a little bit to get these teeth out from under it. This cable is off. Not LVDS, whatever you want to call that. Little ribbon cable. And popping all three of these out. Like so. Then we just start with these screws. So these, I want to rotate this. And I know that this big screw is the end of the bottom. And so this starts with the top. And we just look at every screw as we pull it out. And as long as it's the same screw, we don't have to worry too much about memory. We all know that those all are interchangeable screws. Alright. Looks like it. Then these, I'm going to actually flip it back over. This looks like if the bottom pops off. Oh, we got 3 little screws here under the CD drive I missed. Go ahead and pull. I'm going to pop those right between. So that's the bottom. Those are 2 different screws. And then this is the end of the bottom. So I'm just popping these little ones here since I hadn't missed them. Like that. Alright, let's go ahead and try popping this bottom off. There we go. We got that one of the ribbon cables, so that's a good thing we undid the ribbon cables under the keyboard. Now we're on the inside of the laptop. So here's our hard drive. Here's our RAM sticks. We have 2 RAM sticks. Our wireless card. Under this is the CPU. That's the CPU cooling fan. We got a little USB daughter board. And then here is the power button. And here is the power jack. And that is actually what I am replacing today. To get this power jack, I am unscrewing the screw there. We're going to lift this hinge up. So now I have full access to the power jack. We're going to use tweezers because my thumbs are huge. And we can see that this power jack is actually broken off of the screw. We pull the screw out. There. There's the power jack. Got the tweezers. This little piece of plastic there. So this goes onto the side of the power jack. And that's just a little screw to hold it on. And I think that was the problem here. So if we grab this new power jack, you can see how that will hold the power jack in place. We're going to check just quickly. Make sure that these connectors look the same. Coloring is at least the same, so I believe they're going to be fine. It should be fine. I ordered the right one. Oh. They've been broken before? That's 2. I think this jack's been replaced once before. And they just didn't remove that extra little plastic piece. We got a nut that broke off. Let's see what other... We got lots of little broken shards of plastic. I'm going to dump them out real fast. Alright. So all these screws might not go back in. Looks like some of the nuts have broken off of the casing, which is normal for these older laptops. I can actually see, you can see it there too, right there is where this plugs in. So I'm just going to line it up, push it in a little bit, and then use the tweezers and push it in all the way. Maybe it's it is. There we go. That would solve it. So for it to go in, the black wires are going to go towards the center. Red wires are going to go towards the side the jack's on. Alright, so I got it sitting there. Use the tweezers and just push it in like so. We're good to go. Alright, let's grab this little screw. So now we got the jack screwed in there, so it should be nice and sturdy. Let's get these wires pushed around. It go. There we go. Much better looking. We're going to pop this down. So that's where the nut is missing in that hole there. That's unfortunate. So this one has a screw in it. I'm also going to check these, make sure these are, yeah, see how these were a little loose. I shall keep the hinge a little tighter, especially now that we're missing a vital screw for this side. Get these four. These four, I believe, were for the top side. So let's close it all back up. And that is the tear down. So now it's time to rebuild. Perfect. So first things first, I'm going to put the stuff in on the top side. So remember how we had 3 of these cables? So let's go ahead and make sure we get 3 of them back in. 1 there. One there. Pull the tweezers out. And there's my 3rd. Perfecto. Let's get those screws in. And we know all 4 of these screws are the same size, so there's not too much of a worry. We're just looking for where there's little arrows. It's kind of hard to see on camera. There are little arrows that point where I need to put my screws. And funny enough, looks like there's originally 5 screws. This one doesn't have a one. Oh, okay. So this one doesn't have anything to grip onto. That's probably why there was one missing. Perfect. Their keyboard. I'm going to set it upside down like this. I'm going to flip this so that the up is up. We're going to slide it in, make sure teeth grab. Perfect. We're going to slide those bottom teeth in. Perfect. We're done with the top half. And now onto the bottom. So now we remember that this big screw goes down here by the battery. Now I like to put in all the special unique screws first. It helps me just make sure I get them where they're supposed to go. These 3 little baby screws in. There's not many twists to them. And perfect. We have these 2 unique ones, so let's put this disk drive back in. There we go. Line it up. There we go. And then I remember that I took the disk drive out second, and I had taken this one out first. That's how I remember which unique screw goes with which. And now all we have left are these bolt ones. So every screw hole, get a screw. And then I do remember that one of these top corners was missing a screw. But I find these top corners where the hinges are very important to have their screws. It helps the longevity of the hinges. So we're actually going to make a different screw be missing since we are one screw short. And I think we're going to skip this one here because it's in the most central. So we have one here, 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 here. So we might be able to get away with not having one there. But if we have to miss one screw, I would really prefer to have both my hinges be secure. And my last screw that was supplied. There we go. That's all my screws. This is the broken nut from the inside. Unfortunate. It's a used computer. It happens. We're going to pop our battery in. We're going to turn it up on its side here. Actually, we'll turn it this way, like this. So I got the power plug here. There's the power plug. I'm going to plug it in, and this light should turn on now. It was not turning on before. We had a charge light. There's our charge light. So this computer is now fixed. I will turn it on off camera to make sure everything turns on. And I will test the keyboard, the touchpad, the screen, CD drive, everything that we pretty much unplugged or touched. Make sure it all works. Otherwise, this computer now charges once again. We've brought it back to life, and I hope this teardown was useful for you. And if it was, always hit that subscribe button. Thanks.